Welcome back, SuicideFantasyFootball.com. Week 4, telling you what to do at the running back position, Jim, and this really is what it's about.
And this is how you win your league, is running back, moves, of course the sits, the pickups, all that stuff. This is where leagues are won.
All right, so is there a pickup out there this year that could be, or this week, that could be this year's guy to pick up and could help you win your league? Or are you just filling in gaps?
Well, there's a couple guys that I think could help you win the next 3 or 4 games, which in turn could help you win your league.
I cheated and looked at your paper for that. I mean, we already got our stuff right now.
Sure.
I never looked, but I just looked.
I got 3 guys that I'm picking up or I'm looking at picking up.
Okay.
And that's going to start off with Tashard Choice. I think they're going to rush Fred Jackson back. I think he's going to get hurt. I think C.J. Spiller is going to be out or banged up for the next 4 or 5 weeks. So they're only going to have one guy to go to. He's going to be the first down back, the second down back, and the third down back. He's going to get all the carries. He's going to get all the action. I'm definitely picking up Tashard
Shan
Choice.
Gailey loves him, coached him in college.
Yeah.
Now, I look at Tashard Choice as maybe a 1-week pickup. You're saying maybe long-term.
Well, I'm just saying the next 3 or 4 weeks. That's
okay.
all. I'm not saying he's going to be...
Eventually,
end
one of
the
those
season.
guys is going to come back, but likely to get hurt.
He won't carry it through the playoffs, but into the playoffs he might. My second guy is Pierre Thomas. And I'm not a Pierre Thomas lover, and it's kind of crazy to look and see the backfield of the Saints, and they got as many crazy question marks in the backfield as they do at wide receiver. But every week, Pierre Thomas is putting up 4 catches for 50 yards in a PPR league, and he's getting a couple runs for 25, 30 yards. He gets into the end zone every once in a while. So if you're desperate for a running back, Pierre Thomas is somebody I look at. And my deep sleeper, I'm going with Evan Royster. He looked good. He's a little bit banged up. Everybody loved Morris. He looked like the new big thing in Washington. But everybody knows Mike Shanahan can't keep the same running back in it for 3 weeks. So before Royster really breaks out, keep him in there, because you know 3 weeks before the end of the season, he's going to be the number 1 back who puts up big numbers.
Okay.
Who's your guys?
Okay, my guys, I'm starting out with your same guy, I got to admit. Tashard Choice is the guy who's going to get picked up on the waiver wire most this week. Although we talked about someone during the game, or during the show.
I mean, if Mikel Leshour's not picking
well,
up,
if Mikel Leshoure,
that's a guy who's definitely going to go.
Definite, if Mikel Leshoure's there, your league's not paying attention. He should have been picked up last week. I'm going with Tashard Choice as my number 1 guy. My deep guy, Jim, I love his name too, Bilal Powell. And I agree with Jim McCormick, who was on our Fantasy Football Overload show earlier. He's one of the guys that can win the game, or win the starting job, without an injury from the number 1 guy. Because Sean Green sucks. He blows. Whatever other references, fellatio references.
Another New Jersey guy who's not holding it up with...
Horrible. Bilal Powell looks good out of the backfield, and he at least looks like a capable running back when he gets in there. So I could see him being a guy that you put on your bench now, and he becomes a starter later. My drop. Let's give my drops first.
Drops.
Turbo Turbin. I love him. The Turbinator. He was my guy. I talked about him all preseason.
Once again, more fizzle, more name and sizzle than...
No,
really.
not that, Jim.
You just want to call him
Lynch.
the Turbinator.
That's not true, dude. He doesn't even have dreadlocks, Jim.
Oh.
Marshawn Lynch was supposed to not play. He was supposed to be suspended. He had back problems in the preseason. I didn't think there was much of a chance that you weren't going to see Turbin by week 4. But I was wrong, so dump him for now. Also Kevin Smith. Get rid of Kevin Smith. Mike LeSure is going to be the dude. Unless he gets hurt, it's not going to be Kevin Smith again. He made a couple of good movies. He had a couple of good games. He's now done as far as the Lions are concerned. Because Javid Best still swears he's coming back. So that's another reason to dump Kevin Smith.
My 2 drops I have. Beanie Wells.
Dump
if
him.
you got him, get rid of him.
Yeah.
You know, he's a first-round pick. Everybody thought... I knew all along he's injury-prone. You can't have him. And my second drop is a guy who I picked early on as a sleeper, is Isaac Redman. If he's on your team, there's no use to have him anymore.
By the way,
Rainey's getting a little bit of carries. Dwyer's getting the carries. Mendenhall's coming back soon.
Agree with you, James. Speaking of Beanie Wells, if you're in a PPR league, Ryan Williams is a definite thought.
Yeah.
Definite
He should be picked up in every league.
He should be picked up in most leagues. But scour the waiver wire. He's still available, and I want to say 20 to 30% of the leagues out there when you look at CBS and ESPN. Right. So don't overlook him. If he's there, grab him.
Yeah.
All right, my sit this week, Peyton Hillis. I'm not dropping him yet, but I'm definitely saying Jamal Charles has arrived. Peyton Hillis is looking worse than Drones. At this point, I might start Drones over starting... I might be pronouncing his name right.
Or whatever. That wouldn't be the first time.
You know who I'm talking about.
Drones,
Drones, whoever it is. I might play him over Peyton Hillis until he shows me something.
I got 2 sits.
Go ahead.
I'm sitting Steven Jackson.
Definitely.
The injury, plus he's playing against a tough D this weekend. So the combination of the two, I'm sitting him. And I'm sitting Sean Green. I'm not cutting Sean Green yet because I don't like him, but he still is
He
getting
never
some time.
does good, Jim.
Yeah.
Even when he gets the carries, he doesn't
I
do
know,
anything.
but I'm still not cutting.
He is a second half guy. In
Yeah.
the past couple of years, he has been a guy who's come on a little bit in the second half, but he never had Blau Pal behind him.
I'm not cutting him. I'm sitting him.
All right, that's what we think about the running back position. Tell us what you think. Jim at SuicideFantasySports.com, Eric at SuicideFantasySports.com. Respond to our comments and subscribe to our videos below. And also, don't forget to check us out Monday night, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, Fantasy Football Overload on Blog Talk Radio. SuicideFantasyFootball.com. Check it out.